Fun fact, do you know that the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum and Memorial Park was adjudged the most visited tourist site in 2024? Also, do you know that out of these tourists that visited, about 88% of them are local tourists? Today we'll catch up with the executive director to understand how it's going, to understand how he's keeping the place running, and some of the things that he needs to be able to improve the services offered by the place. Follow me.
Hi.
Chief, how's it?
Very good. How are you?
Good to meet you. Good to see you once again.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
I just wanted to find out, the last time we spoke, you did mention that, the place is doing pretty well and that you recorded about 280,000 tourists as of third quarter.
Yes.
How's it doing?
Well, so far so good. I think the numbers are steadily growing. We are hoping to either catch up with what happened last year or exceed it. We are hoping genuinely to exceed it. We are also hoping that the foreign numbers will be much better. As I explained to you in September, for example, we increased the foreign numbers by about 25% in the last quarter. So I think something very important is happening. Now, if you think that one foreigner pays almost 4 times what a local visitor pays, then that is also something very significant in terms of the revenue that it might be able to generate for us. So I think the numbers are okay. They are looking good.
As we approach the end of the year towards the Christmas festivities, how's it looking like? Is it picking up? Has the numbers increased? Do you see lots of people trooping in and out?
So it's been on and off. I mean, surprisingly, it's been very good on some days and very, very low on some days. We are still looking at the numbers, tracking the numbers to understand exactly the dynamics that are playing. But we believe that from next week, also of course with vacation, schools have vacated school now, or schools have vacated now. So I think that too will be helpful in terms of the families being able to visit. So we are hoping generally for some spike, a little more spike towards the end of the year, and maybe a little bit into the beginning of the year.
Right. I see here, the Cadillac, which was gifted President or former President Dr. Kwame Nkrumah by, John F. Kennedy, the President of the United States at the time. I mean, it also brings to forward a bit about, foreigners visiting this place, the support from the World Bank to be able to, upgrade this facility. I mean, what are some of the measures you are putting in place to ensure that you increase the number of, foreign visitors?
Okay, so the most important thing we're doing, first of all, is to make sure that you have a good space. I mean, we're talking about the physical look of the park generally. We're trying to do some, as far as our budgets allow, trying to do some small upgrade in some of the facilities, the ones that we can easily get through quickly. We are doing that. And then also we are trying to increase our publicity. I think we have done some fairly good job in that respect. Have increased our publicity quite significantly over the last few months, I believe. I will tell you this statistic, for example. We started with around 470 followers on Facebook. As we speak, I believe we are entering around 14,000 followers in a space of 7 months.
I was just about to ask you how you're leveraging, social media to be able to...
Social media is our main thing. We don't have the capacity to go very strong in terms of conventional media, but social media offers these amazing tools for us to reach quite a large number of people, and we are using that fairly well. By the social media, our engagement on social media have also reached more people overseas than would have been the case previously.
I see that the souvenir shop is pretty active. We've got lots of souvenirs. Maybe we can take a walk to that side.
Yes.
We've got lots of souvenirs, things about our former president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I mean, how are sales and merchandise doing to this regard?
Well, it's been good. I will tell you, we opened this in the middle of September. Literally, we're just a few T-shirts. Literally T-shirts. Just a few T-shirts is what we started with. So far, so good. We are expanding our collections. In terms of sales, I think sales is picking up very, very nicely. Very, very nicely. But we are only beginning. We are making some investments, some minimal investments to upgrade the look and feel of this space, and also to increase our collections. So I believe the next time you come here, it will be a completely different thing. And when the time comes for us to formally launch it, we will launch it formally. It will be a different place when you come back.
Well, beyond the souvenir shop, what are some of the other interesting, things that one can find when they visit this place?
We have a beautiful restaurant. Yeah, Fali's Hotspot is here. I don't know if you have visited yet, but if you haven't visited,
not yet.
I think
maybe we should have lunch.
Yes, you should have lunch there before you go. Beautiful place, beautiful food. It opened also just about the same time that we opened the shop. So this was around September, second week of September. I believe now visitors will have the freedom to, when they are waiting for either the tour or immediately after the tour, they can have free Wi-Fi to browse and do what they want to do. In the past, they would ask you to hotspot your thing, especially if they have to catch the Uber and other things. But right now, I think so far, so good. We have the POS system there. So it also has helped in terms of foreigners. It has eased the burden of payment for foreigners. So if you have your Visa card, MasterCard, and all the cards that you want to pay with, you don't need to go out and change that into cash before you come.
Some innovation in there. I mean, come with me. I want you to tell me about the fountain. I understand you have a dancing fountain here, but maybe you can give me the details. What's happening with the fountain, and whether it's operating to its full capacity.
This fountain is extremely important to me, and if you speak to any of my staff, they will tell you this is my baby. Because it serves as a huge attraction, not only to children, but to everybody, in fact. And if it is not functioning, then, it takes quite substantially away from what we are offering here.
What's the challenge with the fountain?
So this is supposed to be a musical fountain when it was installed. So it plays with music. So music is playing, some lights are showing off, and the rise and fall of the water goes in line with the pitch in the song and in the music. So it's very beautiful. I saw videos of it when apparently it was launched, and very beautiful.
I'm pretty sure it will be a sight to behold at night.
Absolutely,
the lights.
Absolutely. But before I came, it stopped working. I understand that it stopped working after 6 months after installation. So apparently there's some problem with it. But from the investigation, it's just a software upgrade. But beyond the software upgrade, I think there are also some mechanical things that we need to put together very soon before the end of next week. I believe that we would have this completely back. We have paid for the software upgrade already. And so we are waiting. They have already done the works on the audio system. And so we are only waiting for the minor things in the water, the welding, some minor welding works and other things. The nozzles have to be changed. If you look at the way they are flowing now, it's not the best. They are very haphazard. So we need to...
But that begs the question about maintenance. How much of should I say a big deal, for lack of a better expression, is, or the cost of maintaining this place?
I tell you, it's substantial. It's very, very substantial. To keep everything the way they have to run takes a lot of money. And I think, but so far I think it's been okay. I think we managed to get control over a lot of the things. The lawns, now I believe when you come, you like the look of the lawns, the flowers, the fountain, even though it's not at its optimum. I think it is still working to some extent.
But are your IGFs able to take care of some of these things? And do you often get support from certain corporates or from corporate Ghana essentially?
Largely, we run this from the IGF. The history here, what I met doesn't show a lot of corporate sponsorship for a lot of the things that we do here. But it is a new area that I'm going into, and I hope I succeed.
But Doc, with the numbers or with the number of visitors you get, monthly, quarterly, how much are you able to generate? Let's say per quarter, or even if we take last year for instance, what are the numbers looking like?
Well, we are able to generate, I'll give you just something rough. About 600,000, 700,000 a month.
Just from visitors?
Just from visitors. But mind you, part of it goes to government.
Right.
So we don't keep everything. And
sure.
Of course, we are now making appeal. My minister is leading that charge to see if we can retain a little more than what we retain now. So we retain something, but it's not, in terms of the investments that need to be made here, apart from the maintenance, there had to still be some significant investment. You see, I tell people that this is a tourist site, and the numbers that were here in 2023, if you don't do anything, they will decrease by 2024. And if you don't do anything, they will decrease by 2025. If you make no investment, if you do nothing, if you just sit down, they will decrease by 2026. They will keep going down until you go back to the original. So we need to be constantly reinvesting. We need to be constantly investing in the facility, upgrading the facilities, keeping what we have well maintained, but also adding new things that would keep the excitement alive for people to want to come and come again. So we will do something, but yes, I think government also needs to help us in terms of the retention. We hope that our application through the minister will succeed so that we can increase our retention.
But you speak of increasing visits and creating exciting moments here. Nkrumah as a person, there are a lot of stories to tell if you take Nkrumah as a person. Beyond the mausoleum, beyond the fountain, or what are you also thinking about to include what's existing already?
So we need to increase the academic content of this space. We need to make this space, this park, the center of research on Nkrumah and Pan-Africanism. It has to be. And but you need some massive investment. You need to create the physical infrastructure that will make that happen. The library has to be activated. If you go in there now, we have a huge signage on the wall, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Presidential Library, but there is nothing. We don't have anything. And so we also have to invest in retrieving his collections. It is very difficult to get the things of Nkrumah. The libraries burn them, burn their holdings of Nkrumah. Anything they had in their possession, they burned. So the things that are still available on Dr. Nkrumah, in fact, most of the things that we have in our museum were gifts from individuals and friends and families. And I like to credit Comrade Kwesi Pratt, who through also the Social Forum Ghana, or Social Movement Ghana, has been able to also donate some things. The family, Dr. Francis Nkrumah, also was able to donate some things. So almost all the things that we have here in this park were individual donations and small group donations. Now we have tremendous amount of things on Dr. Nkrumah that are sitting in multiple places across the world. How are we going to get this? How are we going to transition this park to become the center of study on Nkrumah and Pan-Africanism?
Right.
Yeah? So that will require some significant investment. And by this, I'm also trying to appeal to anybody who may have anything on Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. You want to honor Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, I think this is the moment. Please help us. If you have any connections, help us. Currently, I'm in discussions with the university, Lincoln University, in America,
right,
to get some of the things from that university.
Beyond the establishment of the library and also creating, memorable experiences here. What's really your vision? When you're leaving this place, what would you want to be remembered for?
That's an interesting question. Never really thought about it like that. But you see, what do I want to be remembered for? This place has a lot of challenges. One of them is governance, institution now. It didn't have structure. And structure is everything. If you don't have structure, it doesn't matter how much investment you have, it will go down without structure. I want to be remembered for bringing structure to the operation of this agency. And I think we are making some progress with the support of my able minister, Honorable Ablaji Fagomashi.
Right.
I think we are making some tremendous progress already. I want to be able also to mobilize resources to make the investments that we need to make.
So I see a tomb here. I see another one there. Whose tomb is this, and who's also lying there?
So this is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So this has the remains of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. That one has the remains of his wife, Madam Fatia Nkrumah.
Right.
Dr. Nkrumah died of, reportedly, prostate cancer in 1972 and was buried in two places. In fact, he was buried first in Guinea and then moved to Nkrumah for about 20 years before was moved to this place. President Rawlings was the architect behind the construction of this park. He constructed this in 1992 to honor him. So he has been here since 1992. The wife joined in 2007. When I say joined, was buried here in 2007 because it was her wish before death that she would be very close to her husband.
Right, I see.
So she was transported from Egypt, where she died, to be buried here in 2007.
So tell me about the Freedom Wall. What's it about? What's the essence?
So the Freedom Wall was constructed to remind us of Kwame Nkrumah's biggest dream, freedom for Africa. I tell people that when you read about Kwame Nkrumah, the more you read about him, the more you realize that it was about nothing but freedom. Right. Freedom, economic freedom, political freedom. Everything Kwame Nkrumah has written, everything he did was towards that goal alone, freedom. And so this symbolizes an important idea of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. So we call it the Freedom Wall. But you see, when you come here, you see about 5 or 6 photos of him.
Right.
Each photo is depicting different expressions on his face. In some, he looks very pensive, in others, he looks very happy.
That's true. That's true. Never paid attention to this.
Yes. The idea is this. You know, Dr. Nkrumah, unfortunately, is also, to some people, thought of as a spirit. Some people believe, strangely, that he was not human. He did too many things that would make him
superhuman.
Yeah, exactly. He did so many things. The number of things he was able to do. And so some people believe that, no, the person, maybe he was a spirit. But the idea here is to portray him as nothing but a human. A human with different emotions at different times of his life.
Right.
And so this is to honor him, but also to honor his idea of freedom, but also to demonstrate that he was a human. The freedom he stood for, the things that he did, he was human, did them. If we too humans, if we want to, we can pursue the same ideals and
achieve same
and achieve same or more. Of course, now we don't speak about political freedom for any African country. Every one of them is free. What we need now is economic freedom. And one of his favorite quotes is that anywhere there is economic dependence, there is no freedom. So think about it. Is Ghana free?
Well, we'll probably want
Is Nigeria free? Is Africa free?
But speak of quotes, I see one here. I'm not an African because I was born in Africa, but because Africa was born in me. This is one of the famous quotes of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Absolutely. What does it mean? Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was telling us that your Africanness is not connected to, it's not about geography alone. That no matter where in the world you find yourself,
right, if
you're African, you're African. You don't need to be born on the African continent to be an African. And of course, at the time, this was important. Nkrumah spent a lot of